Hello, COVID-19 is not new for us in Hong Kong. And we also know that it is not just only a physical impact to us. It also creates a lot of psychological stress. Today, we are not just talking about COVID-19, but we talk about, how can we handle COVID-19 in a better way, even, you're directly or indirectly affected by COVID-19. So in terms of psychological wise, we will talk about it is very stressful to face all these, COVID. So let's talk about here. There's a COVID stress symptoms here. And let's have a look. In the research done in 2020, there were about 60% of adults who found suffering from severe COVID stress symptoms. So we can see it is not just only about something in physical form. It's not just only like, oh, have some flu symptoms, but it's actually create a lot of impact, stress and also psychological stress. Here's the link. You're also welcome to go into the link and do your own self-assessment. But again, after you've done a self-assessment, don't just end it. You have to talk and discuss with the professional, okay? So the CSS, okay, so COVID stress symptoms, we can see in the past when the COVID start, we are able to see a lot of these kind of difficulties and problems happening in the society. Profiteering, like people, they will make profit because of like, if you still remember in the beginning of the days, they mark up the mask price, start from like a box of masks, maybe just only cost 20 bucks and they increase into like maybe, few hundred. So they're making profit during the hard time. And also panic buying, if you remember toilet roll. So those are things that we can see all these symptoms. And we heard a lot of rumors about like vinegar, salt, everything. But then like, oh, what is real? Is it fake news? Well, we confused a lot in the past as well. Should we take vaccine or no, I will not take the mask, all these things. And also we can see rise the races, like, oh, maybe certain race of the people that they have different hygiene levels. So in the past, all these things is happened. And what it is now, we can see, wow, the COVID stress symptoms is actually categorized by 5 related facts: dangerous and contamination fears, socioeconomic concerns, xenophobia, traumatic stress, and compulsive checking and reassurance seeking. So we are going to talk a little bit more. Then the more we understand about that, then we are able to handle our psychological mental fit, yeah? For the first one, dangerous and contamination fears, that we can see a lot of people, they're extremely scared to get infected, or they're scared of touching surfaces of the things, and then they will get infected by the virus. So it may create a lot of like, constantly washing hand or like, spray, everything, okay? And we can also see socioeconomic concerns. So worry about if they have enough money to pay the rent, mortgage, or even is it enough money to buy the food? And what if they lose the job? So we can see nowadays a lot of companies or even like shops and stores that they have to pause their business, suspend their business, or even close down. So I'm sure a lot of people is being affected. And I can see maybe, it's just like a domino effect. Other discipline, other industry may affect, consequently. Xenophobia, so that could be, we can see other race is more dirty, so therefore maybe that area have more cases, or people in different race, they hold different levels of hygienes, or the culture will spread the virus because they don't care, or blah, blah, blah. We will have this kind of like saying, and actually we can see a lot of people, they are having this kind of wordings. Compulsive checking and reassurance seeking. So am I look sick? So they're constantly asking their partner, their loved one, or the people that they care to ask, to reassure them, am I all right? Or am I really look sick? Constantly checking social media or any news updates, constantly checking, even without any notification, they just constantly constantly checking. So ensure that they are always up to date. So worry that maybe there's some fake news as well. So they kind of like try to update, but at the same time, they may just forward to the friend, but then, oh, the friend said, have you done the fact check? So we can see like all these compulsive checking and also reassuring, just trying to make sure, if this medication is working or if this medication is not working. So we can see all these symptoms. Traumatic stress. So people, they may even suffer from nightmares, have unwanted images turned up in the mind. That is something, is like uncontrollable thoughts. It is not something that, they wanted to think about, but just constantly turning up, in their mind, in their thoughts. So all these are based on the information that has done the research and by Dr. Taylor in the year of 2020. If you're interested, that you can also go into the details and look into it, because we found it actually from the COVID that also create a lot of other disorders and also psychological issues. So there's another one, it's called COVID disregard syndromes. So this is completely different from the the one that we talked earlier. So they are the group of the people that they perceive COVID threat to be exaggerated. So they don't believe on that, and actually they don't care. So even if they wear the mask, it's only because by law they have to enforce to wear the mask. Otherwise, they don't care. They always like whatever, expose their face or nose or mouth, whatever, so basically they don't care. They think, no, it's just exaggerate, it's just a normal flu or something like that. They perceive themselves at low risk of infection, whatever, because they are athletes, they are are very do a lot of exercise, or they believe they are very strong, or they have a very secret recipe for their food, for the way that they look after themselves. Some of the people that they believe that is very low risk for them. So kind of like they don't have these kind of problems. So non-compliant with social distance. So some people, there's like, okay, whatever, just stay at home anyway. Or like, it's just like, I don't care about the social distancing. So they still really, really close with people. When they're talking to people, they don't care about, that 1 meters or 1.5 meters distancing. So that cause like is very different behavior, and also tend to refuse the vaccination. So we can see these are the group of people that also have the COVID disregard syndromes here. So what actually we can do during the time? So actually, I think we can really make use of all these digital services to support the mental health. It's not just only about we all work from home or using the different kind of platform to do meeting with people, but it's also is a good way that we can use a text, video calls, or even phone apps, to support the mental health. When we are unable to have an in-person face-to-face conversation, so in video, that is the way that we can do, and that is the way that at least we can communicate and we're able to see the people. Or even if we text, that you can, you're allowed to express yourself, to express your feelings, how you feel today. Raising the awareness, so reducing the stigma, because a lot of people, they still thinking that there's no stress, I don't feel stress, because feeling stress is weak. But actually, we will say, if you're able to aware of it, as actually you are able to handle it in a better way. Don't wait until the stress accumulate into a really boiling point and become explosion, because that may be create more difficult. So talk about it, even talk with your friends, talk with the people that surround you, express doubt, understand the warning signs. It could be as simple as like, well, my sleeping, my dreaming, or, I'm thinking about that, or what do you think, will you do this, or will you take the vaccine? When will you take the vaccine? Talk about that and just try to understand like, well, how do I feel towards all these ideas? Especially when the lockdown, the thing happened, then how can we handle it? Will you stock up the food at home, or I will not? What are you going to do? We talk about that and understand yourself in a better sense. Remember, seeking a professional help is a sign of courage, but not a weakness. So treatment, so we can see actually from this COVID symptoms, COVID stress symptoms is leading to a lot of other disorders or psychological distress. So it is more specific to certain type of disorders. It could be OCD, it could be anxiety, it could be depression, it could be another traumatic experience, it could be association with a lot of those experiences as well. So the treatment would be, more specific in terms of different people experience like that. Okay. And of course, in the last bit, that will be also essential for a lot of people, because when people facing all this COVID, that will be have all this socioeconomic concerns. So financial aid and also practical support from the society or from different NGOs is also very, very important. So check it out. I'm sure in Hong Kong, there's a lot of organization, no matter they are NGOs or commercial companies or any private company, they're still trying their best to help. Check it out. You may able to get a lot of support from them as well. So what to do in the lockdown? We're thinking that in the lockdown, oh God, when will it be finished? I want to go out, I want to go out. It only takes me 5 seconds to walk from room to kitchen to get water. What else can I do? My client asked me the same question many, many times. They said, what can I do at home? What kind of exercise I can do? It's only 5 seconds. I can constantly get water and water again and again. I mean, it can't be like that. They said, yeah, that's true. So what can we do, isn't it? Because especially in the Hong Kong conditions, most of the apartment is quite like a shoebox. It's tiny, and maybe a lot of people living together as well. So where is our personal space, and how can we still able to find our own mind oasis during the lockdown? Okay, so again, during the lockdown, you cannot see your friends. Then, can you hear me? Then, wow, it is uneasy. We can see that. Maybe that was a time that to face a lot about the problems in the personal life, maybe your marriage, or maybe your personal goal, or maybe your career goal, or maybe what's my future like. So actually in this lockdown, maybe it's a time that you will face a lot of all these issues that you're trying to avoid to think about. But during the lockdown, all these problems may coming up to the surface. So what to do during the lockdown? From my opinion, the advice here is moving the body. Okay, exercising is great. So it is not like you need to have a huge space at home. I understand in Hong Kong, we may not have enough space, or people may even sleeping in a bunk bed, right? So it is more about exercising, moving your body. Whatever you just jumping, using a jumping rope or just jumping, or holding a bottle of water, doing a bit of weightlifting, or make use of your own furniture at home. My client told me he does the push-up by using the sofa. Whatever is using the hand, push the sofa, or lift up your foot, place both of your feet on the sofa to do your push-up. You can create any kinds of exercise in a safe way. Or you can check on, in the other media platform, all those videos. I'm sure a lot of people, they also make a lot of advices about exercising at home. So you may not have all the facilities, you may not have this and weights training, facilities at home, but you can still do exercise. Yoga is always been good, because yoga has also been done a lot of research about yoga and affecting, helping the person increase their mental health fitness. And also we can see a lot of research have been done to say that yoga can also improve people when they're suffering from depression as well. So yoga is not just only physical exercise, but also helping people to get your own inner peace. When you are able to move your body, it's more mindful way, instead of forcing yourself to bring your foot above your head. It's not just like that, but it's just a mindful movement. Okay, also moving your body by tidy up your room, maybe tidy up your cupboard, or maybe your wardrobe. Think about all those other things that we try to avoid most of the time in the past. Maybe it is a great time that we can do about that now. Okay, Spend time to revisit the happy memories in the past. Maybe tidy some old pictures. Maybe sort out the pictures in our phone, especially when we have the smartphone nowadays. We have thousands and thousands of the pictures inside the phone, and we never really transfer picture to the computer or to the hard disk or whatever. Maybe it's time to tidy them. At the same time, when you look at the pictures, you can revisit all this happy moment. Maybe you can talk and ask about something about the past. Maybe ask about your parents, about, oh, how did study propose you, mom? Or where was the first restaurant, to go to? I think, there's a lot of things that we can ask and talk about. Something happy, happened in the past. It is a time during the lockdown, we have to gather the positive energy, gather the positive vibes, so help us to carry on and move forward. Some other thing we can consider about is like maybe learning and keep top of yourself. Whatever is learning a new skills or an old skills. Explore why people like to do this and that. Maybe you never interested about doing yoga, but why so many people interested about? No harm to try because you have time during the lockdown now, isn't it? So explore about that. Be curious rather than making a judgment. Because by making a judgment, you're limiting yourself of trying. But by exploration, be curious about everything. You may be able to explore your own potential, which you never aware of. You may assume that you're never able to do certain thing. You thought that you never able to draw a picture. But well, maybe you tried and oh my God, I'm able to draw something and I enjoyed it. You never know. It could be an amazing journey during the lockdown. So explore a lot of free learning platforms. So don't worry about socioeconomic issues. A lot of learning platforms that also provide free services or like in-app payment, something like that. But even the free services, I think is good enough. I also learned a lot, in all this pandemic. I also use all these free payment platform. I haven't paid a penny to anything, but I learned so much more in the last 2 years. And I would like to share with you that you can also find it and do it as well. Oh, also be mindful about our life and life. So you can do one good thing to yourself every day. You just pick one thing. And every day, just pick one thing that you delegate. This is the thing I'm doing good for myself. Whatever that, okay, today I dedicate to have a bag of crisps. That's fine, that's okay, as long as you're not having crisps every day. Otherwise, you get sore throat. So just do one thing. You delegate, this is the thing, is for that purpose. Then at the end of the day, that I have done something good for myself on that day. Breathing counting, we use the 10 fingers. So breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. So from 1 to 10. You can search from internet that a lot of people, they talk about the breathing exercise. And I always suggest the breathing counting 1 to 10 because we human, we have 10 fingers. So don't waste them. We can use them. And that helps us to keep calm and relieve a lot of anxious feeling as well. Mindful eating, or even like this group of the bears that they create a picnic at home, actually. So you can just make some fun, even like at home, instead of just like having your dinner, having your meal on the table. But maybe like, okay, I lay out the picnic mat, and then it's just like, okay, I'm having a picnic now. So to have a different experience, even you are in the same space at home. So be mindful when you eat the food, instead of like just stuff the food into your mouth, but be aware like, oh, wow, that's taste. And then like, wow, what is the texture like? And then like, oh, is it juicy? Just be mindful to eat the food because there's nothing to hurry now. You don't have to hurry yourself, okay? Just calm down. Detach from the uncontrollable things. Have the compassion to yourself. When the news all surround us, it's like something that is out of our control. We have to learn how to detach it. So give yourself a bit of space. If you finish reading the news, if you finish update the news, then it's time to detach. Then you can have your own space, do your own thing. We have to get back to our own life as well. It's not like it's just whole day just constantly update with the news because news is ever changing. They keep on changing every second, every moment. There's so many things is happening around the world. But the thing is, our life have to carry on, and you have to more focus about your life, what you can do. There's so many things happening, but there is a pause, and then we have to carry on our life, and then come back, read the news again, and then pause, and then carry on your life. That is the balanced way. Be compassionate to yourself, that understand those are the things is out of your control. But be compassionate to yourself, understand that, okay, these are things I have done for myself and for the community. So if you have done the thing for this, for yourself, for your people surround you, and for the society, be compassionate and well done that you have done a good job already. So cherish the life, cherish everything. You know, when all these things happen, we notice life is more fragile than before. So any moment, it could be just take away someone's life. I have a client, she told me that, oh, I just received the news. Oh, my grandfather passed away in the hospital. They said, oh, so sad. But then she said, I cannot feel the sadness because it's too shocking. Yeah. Sometimes maybe the things happen too fast, too quick now. And the news is happening too quick, too fast as well. So cherish what you are having right now. Cherish the people that you're still able to see alive. Cherish the thing that you're still having with you. Enjoying your pillow, your bed, enjoy instead of like, complaining your pillow now, right? So cherish everything that you're having. When we are still having internet now, cherish it, isn't it? When we are still able to connect with people through the internet, make use of that. So Soulgood is an organization that we really have a mission to make a therapy more accessible, affordable, and professional and on demand. Our all-in-one platform, including online video counseling, unlimited text, and audio messaging with your therapist, self-help tools, journal, monthly assessments, and also progress reports. So we will match you with a therapist, the best suit to your needs, and have access to the therapy on the go, on your phone, your tablet, or computer, anytime, anywhere. So if you find that you want to find someone to talk with, it's time to click the link and you can register there and we are able to see each other. And we can say hi, and you can send me a lot of messages telling me how's your day and helping me to understand your life, help me understand, the stress level that you're facing or your difficulties. It may not be only stress. It could be a lot of other things that may relate it or in your life. Or maybe you finding that, okay, how can I navigate my career in the next step? How can I navigate my life path? Should I stay here or should I jump to other places? So that could be a lot of things. Or, wow, finally, I get a negative result. I have no problem now. So you want to share me a good piece of news. You're always, always welcome to share with me. So at the end, I really wish that you all stay healthy and be positive. No matter whatever thing happening surrounding us, stay in positive and try to look for the silver lining. Life has to carry on no matter what. And I wish you good luck